this is Björn Landberg. Welcome to Threefold Talk.
Hello. Welcome to your scary edition of Threefold Talk. I am Rob, your token Scalelander. Joining us today is Roof Mistress Leigh-A and Jim from Fantasy of the Ages.
Howdy, y'all. Howdy.
Howdy.
I feel like I could have done that scarier, but you know. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the party.
What's up? I feel like I put my hands up just to like be like, oh, Jim.
Oh, it's fun to be with you guys, especially talking horror, and I can't keep that over my face. That's
no.
Besides, I can't drink if I have that in front of me.
I was about to say it does impede the liquid sustenance.
The beverage consumption, yes.
Indeed. But yeah, horror.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah, it's my vibe.
It is Halloween this week, folks, so we thought we would do some horror stuff, discuss what scares you in Wheel of Time, so to speak. And Jim, as he's just said, is a fan of that stuff. So we were like, Jim, it's been a very long time. In fact, Jim's never been on Threefold Talk. Jim has only done shows with myself. And Jim, we literally said in pre-show when I eventually showed up, I haven't seen you, like, we haven't hung out in so long, and that's a crime. That's a crime.
Life just does that. It runs so fast. Before you know it, it's like it's been months, years. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, good to be here.
We're glad to have you here. So, Leigh-A, tell us about your incredible outfit. What
It's just kind of mishmash. I did attempt to do, there's this makeup phenomenon where you put like stockings over your face but that have the cutouts, and then like you can put like the powder all over, and then you take it off, and it
the madness.
Yeah, no, I tried to do that. So I tried to do that because I wanted to do the vines and the flowers, and it just looked like I'd smudge a lot of green dirt on my face.
Oh.
It did not work. So this is why you do things with enough time ahead of time. And so then I just like drew a bunch of vines on my face with like little flowers, and I've got my seder. Like I just like threw a bunch of random shit together.
It looks great. I love it.
Thank you.
So yeah, I literally just saw those like those things appearing, that trend appearing on like TikTok.
Yeah.
Whilst I was like sat at the doctor's for just a checkup, nothing crazy. And I was just scrolling whilst waiting for the nurse to go do the
nurse thing.
Whatever, the nurse stuff. And I was like, oh, this is like the concept is really intriguing, but like clearly there must be something they're doing to like not smudge it, basically.
Well, and I think what I was trying to do was too fine of a pattern. So like, and I actually did kind of move it around a little bit, but yeah. Anyways, these scarves are eventually going to be the bane of my life. So I'm going to keep like messing with these the entire show. So sorry if it's distracting anybody.
That's okay. And by the way, folks, I put on different music this week. Do let me know if that's too loud or anything like that, or too quiet. But Jim, like you're getting all bloody for us. Like
I am.
Yeah.
So a simple cowboy get-up. Such outfits do exist in the Wheel of Time, but then it's perfect. The Wild West feel gives me the Aiel waste in the background. And then the theme, yeah, we got to have the ooze. If I could have made it so it was actually moving, that would have been even better, but probably too distracting.
I mean, video backgrounds are coming, I'm sure, like at some point. But yeah, I'm loving our purple background that we got today. Thank you. Actually, like, kudos to StreamYard for doing that, actually. There we go. They got something right for once. Yeah.
Well, then, Jim, I also do feel like, because I really got into, I knew Stephen King was a an author I wanted to get into, but you and the people on your show in your channel really encouraged me about Dark Tower. So I do feel like you're like pseudo, like Roland doesn't really wear the cowboy outfit, but I do feel like he's like gunslinger cowboyish.
There you go. I have too many fingers, though.
Well, depending on where you are in the books, yes.
True.
Yes.
Spoilers for the books. Fingers are lost, apparently, folks. So,
Perhaps.
So, but yeah, I hope you're all happy to join us here, folks. I'm excited to have this conversation. We're going to see what happens. We've asked for some of your input as well. So we'll just see and have some fun. But before that, there's been a couple bits here and there. So we'll kick it off with the Daily Mail and update you on a couple of things that have happened, and we'll take it from there. So let's do it.
Brothers and sisters,
it is time to cover up your face.
For the Wheel of Time has news, and we shall dance the spears with it.
This is the Daily Veil.
Oh wait, Daily Veil music, Rob. There you go.
You got it. We believe in you.
So I covered my face. I'm ready.
I get it right eventually. Yeah, cover my face. There we go.
So to start off with, our favorite butt rock mentor, Daniel Henney.
He made us cry.
Yeah, posted a video on his socials in Prague, but also talking about the Wheel of Time and how much he loves the Wheel of Time and the community. And it's just an absolutely delightful video. So
shall we play the video? Like, Jim, you've seen this, I assume?
Oh, yeah, I can do audio, I think.
We had a wonderful crew and cast for the Wheel of Time. What an experience it was. This is where the TV land was born, and I love that guy, and had a lot of fun playing him. So I want to say thank you to all of you for just the incredible support you guys gave us through our 3 seasons, and how much you loved the show and defended the show, and we could feel your energy the whole time, even through COVID. We spent that winter super cold, quiet, empty here, but knowing we had your support helped a lot. And what a great experience, and thank you so much, you guys. You were amazing. Hey, everybody.
And it ends with the bells chiming.
I love the timing of the bells chiming.
Very cool.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, surely he planned it. Must.
Oh, of course.
He's that good.
Must have.
He's that good.
Yeah.
So,
It's Daniel Henney, of course he did. So
of course.
he is butt rock. So
This is true. So I don't. I mean, it's great. It is great to hear from the cast. It's also, this made me really sad because it felt like, it was his goodbye. And I was like, that sucks. I'm not ready to say goodbye. So, yeah.
I'm hoping that there's a bunch of, this is my secret hope. There's no proof of this because none of the other cast has posted anything in Prague, but that there's a bunch of people going to preview of the costumes and just getting an early look at the setup before the public gets it. That's kind of my hope. So
that would be amazing.
That would be
I do know that some from the costume team will be there, like opening weekend, for example. But I don't know if anyone else. But yeah, Butt Rock or We Riot. This is true.
Yeah.
That's so true.
Carrie. Yes, thank you, Carrie.
But yeah. All right, what was next on the news?
All right, so next on the news, share this tab. So it's been a while. Carrie, being our last commenter, is perfect. That we've had a new first-time reader. So there is a new first-time reader out there. So we want to promote, and she's not just commenting on the socials. She's actually putting her thoughts out on a YouTube page. And so Alexis Brianna. So if you are want to get that new reader vibe again, you miss Carrie's recaps and all of that sort of stuff, we can do that again for another new time reader. So go check out Alexis Brianna. She's delightful. I watched a little bit of it, and she's just so sweet.
Oh,
yeah.
Does she like the book? Is she
Yes.
going to carry on? Yes.
Oh,
Okay. Good.
That
Yes.
seems like she's going to continue and carry on. So yes,
Amazing.
so part of the delightful comments.
Love that. All right. So yeah. So another one you can go and watch and encourage along, folks. Love that.
Poor Carrie says I'm old
I'm old.
now.
I mean, you know, you're not old news. You just you are on new experiences, Carrie. That's what you're on.
Yes.
So you're not.
You're
old
on
news.
your rereads. And
Yeah.
So
You're always fresh for us, Carrie.
there's nothing wrong with that. And so this is gonna look not amazing when I put it on, but
Oh yeah.
so Sony has put out, ironically, put out a video about the Wheel of Time. So we're encouraging people to go comment there, asking.
It's just like a 25-minute video or something, isn't it? It's crazy.
Yeah, it's not short. It's 27 minutes
Wow.
and 38 seconds. So it's interesting that they're putting out, like, they put it out a couple of days ago. Like, it's this week.
Yes, this is like, what's it say there? 6 days ago. Yeah. So, and I love the hashtags. Hashtag Rosamund Pike. Hashtag the Wheel of Time. Hashtag Nynaeve.
Yeah.
And that's it. Just those 3 hashtags. I'm like, oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Like-
So we're encouraging people to go comment and, like, encourage Sony to ask them to pick it up in another studio if Amazon's not going to continue.
Yeah,
So that's kind of the gist of this.
definitely. So, but yeah, it was so interesting to me that they've done this. But maybe they're trying to see if there's a spike because of the exhibition coming up, which is in like 2 weeks. Wow.
I guess I could skip the ads.
Yeah, we could always skip the ads, you know. So,
But
but yeah, as here we go. Laura has put in. It's an epic highlight reel. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great watch if you haven't seen it. So, but also we do encourage people to, you know,
go hit up that comment section. It's only got 487 comments. Like,
Oh,
I think
we
we can
do
do better.
better.
than that. Yeah, we can do better.
you could totally do better.
Yeah. So I want to see that to be 1,000 comments by, you know, within a week. Double it, people. Come on.
Yeah, we can make this work. We can make it happen.
It
We
does
can make
have
it happen.
1,000 likes already, so you know.
Yeah.
Seeing it.
Yeah. Oh, and actually, I guess I can go there and actually like it. There we go.
1,001.
Hey,
Live.
you did it live. That's all you were waiting for. You did it live. You know, continued engagement. That's what it's for. So, you know. All right. Did you say there was one more thing?
Yep, that was it. That was all
it.
our news for the week.
All right. That's your news, folks. We'll change back to the scary music.
Yeah.
Or the more ethereal music. Yeah. So it's like a low key one. It's you know, it's not like super scary. It's just like they're in the background. It's fun. So Leigh-A, as I mentioned earlier, Jim has never been to Purple Rock's Hold before.
He has not. We have been to his hold,
Mm-hmm.
the fantasy hold.
We've been to the Fantasy Hold, but we have not invited the Fantasy to Purple Rock's Hold.
Mm-mm.
And there is an experience that happens when people visit the Hold here at Purple Rocks.
Oh, for sure.
And I feel like it's time. So let's do it, folks. It's time for Fear the Spear. I'll leave the scary music running. Jim, are you aware of what Fear the Spear is?
Remind me. I have seen it, but it's been a while.
Well, basically, we like to ask you a bunch of questions. Some of them are standard AEL questions. We are extra Purple Rocks Hole tonight. This is true. And some of them are specific for each guest. We like to write a few that are specific to each guest. So, but we don't we have 10 questions, but we don't want to hit them all because it takes ages, and that's not right. Because we want to have fun with our discussion. So we will randomize a few and then ask you the specific ones. But there is one we ask everybody. And feel free to get crazy with it. You don't have to take it literal. But first, please tell us your name, society, and clan.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Now, for context, you can make up society and clans. You don't have to pick from the books.
We've had people say I'm from the Bebop clan.
Yeah.
Let's see. I would be. I gotta think of a good one here. I would be. Driving Star. That is my name.
Ooh.
Because I travel far. So Driving Star. From the...
This is always the hardest question.
Yeah! I feel like I should be better prepared. From the Old Man clan.
I don't believe it.
We come with wisdom. And my society would be, I want to be a stone dog.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You want to be a stone dog.
I want to be a stone dog.
All right, fair enough. So, well, we're gonna get out some random questions down from Will. So it doesn't make a scary sound, folks. I didn't want to change it. We like tradition. So here's question 1. Here's your kiss. It's going to be number 2 from the list. So Leigh-A's going to kick us off. Here's your question.
If we were to take the 5th from your hold, what would you be saddest to lose?
Oh, a 5th of my books. Don't take a 5th of my books. No. That's what I would be undeniably saddest to lose.
Is there a specific book, perhaps?
Oh, goodness. Ooh,
And now I'm glad I didn't ask you what was your favorite book in the specific questions.
I love all my books, but my favorite book fits into this horror element. It's The Stand by Stephen King.
Oh.
I've got a hardcover, way back, original edition. Don't take that. Don't.
Okay.
Please. So that's what I would be grieving. Yeah, you could have my video games. You could have my furniture. Take my clothes. They're all old. Not my books. Not my books.
Okay. All right.
That's very fair. It's
Very
reasonable.
fair.
Actually, you're not the first person to say don't take my books.
Yeah, books are a fairly common answer. It's almost like we're a bunch of readers or something. Who knows? Folks?
That makes sense. And they're more than just a physical thing. There's memories tied into those books.
Oh yeah.
So they're honestly, my son, co-host of our show, has already said that that's what he wants when I die. Not that it's morbid or anything, but he wants my books.
Oh no, but that's a conversation.
That makes perfect sense. He wants the book.
Yeah.
That's a conversation everyone should have. What do you want? Life expectations.
What am I putting in the will?
Oh yeah.
There we go. Beth loves it as well. Hey Beth. So
the passage was so good, Beth. Oh my goodness, the whole trilogy. Yes.
All right, your next question from the list. Question 8. All right, question 8. Let me bring that up for you. If you could only dance the spears with one enemy, would you want it to be Shadowspawn or King Layman?
Oh, King Layman. No doubt. The punk has it coming.
Good answer. Robert.
So bad.
Excellent answer. Love it.
I mean, there isn't technically a wrong answer to this question, but there is definitely a right
But there
answer.
is a wrong answer.
There's a little self-preservation involved too. I mean, I could take Layman. Shadow Spawn would wipe the ground with me.
Also, know your audience. So, like, being the slightly outnumbered, the only Aiel here.
This is true.
And also, this is my stabby stab for tonight.
Oh, I mean, look, the pen is a mighty weapon, so. You know.
The pencil. Yes, pencil is also a mighty weapon.
And pencil is also a mighty weapon. Yeah.
But you can.
Oh.
A retractable
It's like an
blade,
X-Acto knife with lead.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There
And I
we
can
go.
erase you.
Now that's truly dreadful. Yes.
That is scary. That is scary. All right.
All right, bring it.
Oh, question 7. Now, there is a wrong answer to this one. That's for sure as well. So take it away, Leigh-A.
If you were a Trolloc, what type of Trolloc would you be? Caw-caw, caw-caw, caw-caw.
Caw-caw, caw-caw.
So you're saying I would definitely need to be the bird Trolloc.
I mean, if that's what you want to be.
I mean, you know, not
I mean,
gonna
the bird
judge
is
you.
the bird is pretty foul. That's true. No, what they brought to the screen, hands down, the birds were the most awesome of the ones that were there. Who wouldn't want to be?
And
a bird?
terrifying, and terrifying.
Well, yes. I mean, the sharp eyes, the nasty beak, the mean eyes. Some of those animal ones, they're kind of stupid. Not terror. You know, they're still beasts. But there's nothing stupid in the look of a bird. That thing is sharp.
There we go. Yeah.
Well, you could definitively tell what the birds were versus
The specters and ghouls at your place, Leigh-A, are really, they're acting up. It's good fun.
Oh yes. The next school is.
I love it. All right, next question. Let's see what you get, and then we'll get into the personalized questions.
Okay.
Well, we're getting all the late ones. We're getting all the late ones today. So, question.
All right. What do we got?
As an Aiel blacksmith, which technique would you specialize in? Now, these are legitimate techniques, by the way. We didn't make them up. Bending, tempering, quenching, or spreading.
I love this question.
I think tempering.
Tempering.
Tempering
Okay.
is an extremely effective, important, and powerful technique so that you build the strength in the weapon that you're using. It needs to be tempered well so it doesn't break, doesn't shatter, and can dance many, many dances. Tempering.
I do feel like that's very much your personality also.
That feels like the first time we've ever had anyone drop basically knowledge on that question.
Well,
Usually
there you
people
go.
are like, I guess I'll be a quencher. Like,
Yeah, I mean, it's spreading or quenching, I think, has been the primary answer. to this
Yeah.
question.
Okay.
you might be our first temperer.
I mean,
Yeah.
I stand out different. I like that.
yeah.
This question is weird without Mel here. Yeah, it felt weird to say, I don't sound like Mel, so. But yeah, like normally people pick one and they go, well, yeah, that sounds cool or whatever, but you dropped knowledge on it. You sounded like you tempered. So kudos. All right.
Awesome.
Wow. Now we need to get to know you, like you a little better. So, Leigh-A, here's the first question.
I don't want to begin with a clicky click click.
Are
click.
you gonna read it out, Leigh-A?
No, I was trying to like clicky click and
Oh, okay.
like it's not picking up on the mic how aggressively I'm clicky clicky stabby stabby. And Nyx is joining us.
Okay. Hey, Nix.
Just back from a concert, so Nyx,
Ah.
Jen, Nyx,
Hello.
get your booty close.
Or howdy.
There we go. So what is the best thing about doing a podcast with your son?
The best thing is that we get to lean into our nerdiness together. You know, to know that I raised a son who has the same sorts of interests that I do and can spend hours talking about fantasy, science fiction. He's not as much into the horror, but, you know, no one's perfect. But that he just geeks out on this stuff as much as I do, if not more, in some of these elements, is so much fun. And now as, father, son, it's also, he doesn't see it the same way I do. So he keeps my perspectives broadening and opening. I mean, when tentacles were a thing, I learned about that from him on a podcast. There are things that maybe
they were a thing for a while.
He's making sure the old man stays on top of stuff. Yeah, and we just have a blast.
And we invited him on tonight. So where is he tonight?
Yeah, he's actually in New Mexico on vacation with a group of friends that he RPGs with all the time. He's a dungeon master with this group, and they in real life a couple times, or this is their second time doing it, because they all have jobs and money now, not when they started, but now. So they go and they get together. Yeah, they're having a blast. So he's on vacation.
Wow.
Yeah, and he sent us a picture that we can share.
Yeah. That's his dog, him and his partner's dog. His partner, Rachel, who she has the social media moniker, the Never Reader, because she has never touched the Wheel of Time.
Mm-hmm.
So she loves the fandom. She's into the stuff.
She still goes to JordanCon.
Absolutely.
But
they both are gamers, and their dog is Rolly, which is short for Roll for Initiative.
Oh.
Yeah. And this is where they're staying, at a beautiful location in New Mexico. Yeah.
Well, you should have told them the internet exists and they could have streamed in from New Mexico. But, we won't hold that against. We won't hold it against him. Don't worry, Jim.
On our channel,
we totally will. But
there's a lot of content with me these days, and then Zach shows up every couple of weeks, and I just appreciate that his partner supports his nerdiness to that level still. That he can say, "Hey, this Saturday I'm spending 4 hours with my dad online," and she's like, "Hey, no problem." Yeah,
love that. That. Very cute.
She's also such a nerd. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Next question.
Jim, what's the worst thing about doing a podcast with your son?
Oh, nice. How often that he's wrong.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
It's really hard for him to do content with his dad when his dad is always right. And that's difficult for him at times, so we puzzle through and we soldier on, but no, honestly, the worst thing about doing the podcast with my son is honestly that he is so busy, because I'd love to do it more. That's all. Every time he's with me, we have a blast. He does have different opinions than I do, and I respect the heck out of them. We can argue about stuff and have a good time. So there's nothing really bad about anything doing it with my son, other than he can't do it more than he does. He's got a full-time job and he's a student right now. So
wow,
he fits it in when he can. We've had a lot of new people on our channel recently, and one of them finally was asking for proof of life of this son that I claim I do a show with, because it had been that long.
That's hilarious.
No, he's really there. Look at the back channel. There's episodes. Yeah.
Amazing. All right, we've got 2 questions left.
Okay.
So, Leigh-A?
Nyx actually asked this one.
Oh, okay.
Me?
Yes.
What is your favorite book you've reviewed?
Oh, wow. There are so many books that I've reviewed now. The easy answer would always be the one I just did, because recency bias is real. Okay, and that's the one that's in my head, and that's what I'm always loving. But my favorite book that I've reviewed. Okay, right now, that would be a trilogy, so I can't give you one. I have to give you all 3, and that's the Indian Lake trilogy by Stephen Graham Jones, which actually is horror. We've done so much fantasy, a ton of sci-fi, and some horror. Not as much, and yet my favorite has been that trilogy.
Okay.
Amazing, fun stuff.
A trilogy is an acceptable answer. You know?
And a
'Cause it's
trilogy
kind of
would-
like it's meant
yeah.
to be like, you know, a story split into 3 parts. A trilogy.
Yeah,
is almost
exactly,
like that. Like,
exactly. All ties together.
Yeah.
So, Indian Lake
Okay.
trilogy. If you like horror at all, go read it.
Nice.
Awesome.
All right, and your last question. Now, because of how many different books you've read, and because of you being part of the Wheel of Time fandom, this is a question I'm curious. I've never asked you. I've never asked anybody actually.
Okay.
What book that hasn't been made into a movie or a TV show do you most want to see adapted?
Oh. Wow. There are a lot of things very deserving of adaptations. And some that I fear ever seeing adapted because of how badly they might do it.
That's fair.
There are some great adaptations out there, and there are some terrible adaptations out there.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I think... Okay, there's a snarky answer. My snarky answer is The Dark Tower that Leigh-A's working through, because there is a movie on it, and it stunk. It doesn't even count. It was that bad.
I mean,
we need a real...
I knew of the movie, but I didn't know it was a book. So
It's an entire
genuine
series
adaptation of it.
which is it's a wonky series. And we'll talk about that once we get into our actual topic.
Yeah. It will not be easy to do a good one of that. But of the ones that have never been touched, oh goodness, so many possibilities. I'm trying to think without thinking too long. It's a live show, and we really need to on.
I'm glad we don't have time around for you.
Yeah.
Let's. Okay, come on. I'm gonna know my audience. I want A Memory of Light because we don't have it, and
that technically is a viable answer. Yes. Okay. Yeah. I like that one. That one with that's it. All right. I think Jim did well.
Yeah.
I feel like Jim.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I disagree with. Well, I like the old man clan, but also like I don't feel like you're old. But
I'm not sure about the stone dog, but we allow one here and
stone
there.
dog is never the right answer.
Mel's not here. Mel's not here this week, so maybe we'll
but still, it's never really the right.
He did give us knowledge on tempering, and he did say bird trap.
Yeah, no, I appreciate the tempering.
Yeah,
so
this is true.
So my toe is small. Okay.
Should we put it up to the foldies for a vote, Rob?
Yeah, we can put a vote in. I wanna say yes, but I'm in the wrong screen. I can't do a poll there. I have to 1 second.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think it's good answers. Leigh-A, why don't you tell folks what we're up to for the rest of the stream?
Well, for the rest of the evening, as we've alluded to on social medias for the past couple of days, it is Spooky Week. There is a holiday tomorrow, Halloween. Yay! Yes. Thank you for doing that with me. That was totally coordinated, and we totally meant to do that together. And around this time, as people do, we like to talk about scary things. And one of the reasons we invited Jim on tonight is he has on his podcast three genres that you like to talk about.
Yep.
And again, like genres, loose,
in broad strokes, yes.
Fantasy, sci-fi,
and
horror. Yes. So, Jim is our resident expert on horror topics, and I've always believed that Robert Jordan is excellent at writing horror and in a subtle way, in various types and forms and fashions. So what we wanted to talk about is like the different types of horror that exist out there, what we love, what we don't like, but then also how that equates to the Wheel of Time and what Robert Jordan wrote. So,
yeah, one of the things I definitely love about horror in the Wheel of Time is it's totally there. But if you're not into horror, you can like read right past it and not be hit by it.
yeah.
But if you like horror and you stop to think about the horror elements, dang, some of it's dark, some of it's creepy, some of it will give you nightmares.
Mhm.
Yes. Yeah, my favorite example of that would be when you hear. Now, who doesn't love Asmodean? Asmodean is, I would say, generally speaking, much the way people say like Shadow Rising is the best book, as a general sort of answer to that. Oh, what's the best book in the Wheel of Time question? Generally speaking, you know, the favorite Forsaken. You know, Asmodean's a fairly safe bet in that option. If you say to someone, I bet it's Asmodean, like a lot of people are going to say Asmodean. When you hear about Asmodean's history, you're like, he willingly sacrificed his family to monsters just because, basically. And it's just like, that's horrific. He's like, here, take my grandmother, take my family, take, you know, yeah, you murderer's board, here, have my sister. You know, it's kind of the vibe, and that's horrific.
Oh yes.
But it's so just casually popped in there, you know, when someone talks about his history, that you don't like really pick up on. Wait a minute, let's just analyze that for a moment. That is actually a horrific sentence, you know. But if you don't focus on the sentence, the knowledge goes in and you don't register. That's horror, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So
100%.
yeah. So you're absolutely right, Jim. It does. You can read and not have the horror elements really disturb you and take you out of the moment, unless you want to read them and think about them, and take them in. So yeah.
Yeah, and we've already got a comment. Two words.
Yeah.
Pig and mice.
Yeah.
So that's for full spoilers, like that, like just that's the suspense aspect of like, oh my god, is he actually going to, like, what do you use Fig and Mice for? Like, how do you do that?
Yeah.
And if you have any knowledge of any sort of like medieval torture, like that they're actually used.
I'm just looking at Nix's face right now. So Nix, imagine this is the scenario. Okay, you've got a captured enemy. You're trying to get information out of her, and then just the guy you're with, all right, one of your like quasi bodyguard type characters goes, I can get the information out of her. All I just need some figs and some mice, and I can do it. Like really, like low-key creepy. What is your mind doing to you right now? Like, is it freaking out a little bit like figs and mice? You're like, if a guy very scarily said, I'll give me figs and mice and I will get the information from her. Like, you feeling weird?
Maybe it's the Gen Z unseriousness in me, but I would probably immediately start making jokes. I'd be a little bit creeped out though.
Well, imagine you're tied to a chair against your will. You've been kidnapped. You know, this is not a casual, like, I'm watching TV. Like, you are the victim here. You know, and some guy, has brought in this random man. And he's like, yeah, I can get the information
out of you.
I can torture the information out of her. I just need figs and mice. You are, tied to a chair against your will in an unknown location.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Of course, it's got to be delivered with, and all I need is
and what's the fix for it?
And I need
what's the fix for it?
Mice, figs, and mice.
Yeah.
Snack if
Okay,
now
that we're terrified.
Yeah,
we're not gonna.
It hits perfectly. It's one of the best elements of horror, and that's where you don't give too much information, and your mind starts telling you the story of what's going on and why it's terrifying. Yeah, totally.
The power of suggestion.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, in this is something I've been like. I'm so happy that Jem, for whatever reason, like keeps asking me. Also, can we congratulate Jem? How many followers do you have now on
my
your
goodness,
YouTube?
it keeps going up so fast. We are currently at 4,442.
Nice.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So he has these like periodic, like when there's a major number, these live streams, and he invites me on, which I really appreciate.
Oh, you're always such a fun guest. Absolutely.
Because I'm total chaos. Like it was threefold talk, like, and I just moved that over to his channel. But and one thing that we talk about a lot is like the definitions of things and what is horror, what is sci-fi, what is fantasy, like, and where do these things exist? And so and this is specifically the reason I invited Jim on today, because we've actually had this conversation on those streams, is what is horror. So like it's not just like jump scares, it's not just Freddy Krueger and Jason, it's not just Hostel. Like there's so many different aspects to what horror
and I
is.
can even, if I can, I could take you through very briefly 8 different elements of horror that are definitely on display in the Wheel of Time. We can get into talking about examples, but I just want to hit you with some of these.
Drop the knowledge.
All right, the first element would be cosmic horror. These are things that have to do with the great world as a whole and even beyond. Things that are far beyond any one person. Things that have to do with power and stuff. And you can think, okay, what are cosmic things? Again, we'll get into examples, but that's one element of horror. But a total different one is psychological horror. You're talking about what's happening in someone's mind or what's being done to someone's mind. Okay, there's definite elements there. Then we got body horror, where things have been done physically to people, whether it's being actively done or was done in the past and now they are a horror. Okay, we've got things there. Gothic horror is a fourth element, where we've got more of the creepy elements that are hovering and cause people to have horror, have terror. We've got human horror. So when you just have people who are being horrific by their very nature and what they are willing to do to people, that's human horror. That one's the most real and the least fun, but it's horrific. Apocalyptic horror. So when you've got stuff coming at you on the grand scale, and this could be the end of everything, that might have a place in the Wheel of Time. Slasher horror, which I put hand in hand with monster horror. So when you've actually got, whether it's people or creatures, but the Jason, the Freddy Kruegers. Okay, we have entities like this in the Wheel of Time that seem to be these unstoppable monsters that are terrifying and are coming to get you. And the final horror that you don't see as much of, but it's all over the Wheel of Time, and that's dream horror. Where you're trapped in something you can't escape, and obvious examples coming with that. But those are all the different elements of horror. You can find different books that just focus on one of those or a couple, and they're all in the Wheel of Time.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Never thought about that.
So would you like to dive into some examples?
Yes.
Yes, please.
All right. Because I came up with 20. Okay, I could have come up with more. I stopped at 20.
Wow.
I'm like, holy cow, there's this many. And we can talk about them as much as you want. But the first one that comes to mind is Mashadar, which is a kind of cosmic horror. This entity, this being of Shatter Logoth. But there's also elements of body horror in it when you think of when it actually gets someone. And what suddenly happens is terrifying. But there's a psychological level too, because it's not just this ooze, it's also just being in the city and that feel that you get, that oppressiveness, that paranoia that starts to hit you. I mean, it's practically Lovecraftian if you know H.P. Lovecraft. I mean, this stuff is
and even before you get there, like the psychological starts, because you just know there's a thing, and there's a terror, and there's a reason you should not go there, so that already starts ahead of time. So you're already paranoid by the time you get there.
Yeah.
Hypothetically, the boys weren't actually.
They needed to be a little more scared.
Yeah, they probably should have been.
The boys were pretty stupid. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, Maureen's trying to protect them, maybe a little, but she was a little naive too. Come on.
Let's just
They're
say
guys, they're gonna explore.
Yeah, let's just say as teenage boys, RJ wrote them accurately. So.
But yeah, cosmic horror, when you also lean into the element of the corruption that oozes from Shadar Logoth and has such impact broadly.
And it continues on through Matt and the dagger. And even Fane, because Fane gets infected.
Right.
So all of that continues on.
All right. My second example is the ways and Makin Shin of what's happened to the ways. Okay, the black wind and this horror element. This is somewhat psychological, the madness that it brings, what it will take away from people and what it will drive them to. But it's one it would be another category, almost eldritch horror.
Right.
Just that it's the whispers and what it will drive a person to do and consume them all. And so the dread that comes with crossing through the ways.
Yeah.
And the horror that comes with finding those who tried to cross through the ways and didn't quite make it.
Yes.
Ish.
Yeah, like the way some of the Ogira described as just being like empty and the body lives, but there's nothing inside.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
And it's built up the ways by the time we get to them in the books, where they're already unnerving all by themselves. Pitch dark, silent, terrifying. And then the wind.
The light is oppressed. So like the light doesn't glow where you think it should go. Like it's already being depressed into.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys are into horror movies at all. But if you ever
not overly, if I'm honest.
There was a big time horror film, The Descent.
No.
And the vibe of The Descent matches the ways very well. All this darkness, and then the sense that there's something out there. Yeah. You don't even have to have something happen and you're terrified.
The Descent, the concept is they're like going into these deep caves, and which people do, like actually scientists do.
Yep, totally.
And adventurers. So so they were going in, but then shit happens.
Yeah, they basically get lost, can't get out, and then there's
Which
something
is
going
such
on.
a fucking thing. Like this is one reason I don't go cave diving.
Yeah, you couldn't pay me enough to go and do this. No.
Yeah, cave diving. Caves are already a little freaky in certain ways, but cave diving is like an added element because you're like, well, I'm in an environment where I can't breathe naturally anyway. That's already a little scary because I have to look in all four directions. Like I have to look like in a completely it's 100 360 degrees in all ways, not just like one. It's a full, a whole way around, like up, down, left, everywhere. It's
like, and I guess that's another possible category is like the phobias. So just like even if you aren't like, I'm not necessarily scared of being in small spaces, but like when you start doing like diving and like getting in, but also like. And then you start pounding on these things. It's just like, no, like, please don't make me do that. And when you read these things or watch,
if they're written well,
you're just like,
you start feeling it.
It's very uncomfortable. Like it's physically uncomfortable.
Yes.
And and again, it doesn't have to be I think when people think of horror these days, and I'm so glad you came up with these categories because it's not just
jump scares.
It's not jump scares. It's just it's not like the gore. I think these days, like the industry has leaned into a lot of the gore
How
aspects.
far can they
of
take it?
horror.
And there's a place for that. But
Yeah, and there is, but honestly,
easiest level
when
to
it
do.
comes down to gore, like it's just gore. That's not horror. Like you're just kind of like being like showing a lot of guts and whatever. Like that's not horror.
Right. One of the reasons that one of my favorite Stephen King novels is because there's very little gore in it. It's about being scared by what you're worried about, by your fears, and just that sense of being disturbed at what might happen, what could happen. It's terrifying.
Yeah.
But there is a place for horror where things will happen. So my third example is the Myrddraal, the Fades. Okay, these beings, these eyeless humanoid predators who can move faster than your eye can see, can walk out of shadows, and just they ooze terror. Very few people can stand before them without shrinking in fear and trying to run away.
Yeah.
They are nightmares made flesh, and a very icky flesh it is.
Yeah. Was it they say in the books the look of the eyeless is fear or something?
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly. And so they evoke the closest thing, I think, to a true classic monster horror of anything in there, but they also bring the slasher vibe because they will gut you.
Yes.
They're very efficient. But then add in the element of when you try to kill them.
And they don't die.
That is. Because that's classic slasher. The killer's dead and then he gets up and does it more,
Yeah, until sunrise. Sunrise.
I mean, how many times has the guy from Halloween died?
Yep. Oh, there'll probably be yet another movie someday. He's probably going to be back.
Oh, well, we're on the prequels at this point now, but yes, exactly. But yeah, that's why Talmanes is such a badass, because he killed how many?
Takes it on, right on.
2 or 3 or something, yeah.
Yeah, 2 or 3.
White Bridge, charges right in. Yeah. Totally.
So, yeah, that's my boy.
And not all monsters are the same in the Wheel of Time, of course. So we've got the real fear with the Myrddraal. The Trollocs, they don't have the same level of fear, but they've got that brute force. The kind of horror they bring that, how do you stop this? They are unstoppable. They are terrifying, but they also have the body horror element. It's like, that head should not be on that body. I don't know. There's an old movie. It's based on a book, The Island of Dr. Moreau, where the scientist is experimenting and creating these animal people, and those were Trollocs. That's what he was creating.
Well, and I do feel like how the Trollocs evolved in the stories is a lot of how we see like zombie movies or TV shows, not movies, where the Trollocs become technically less scary and it's more the situation that you're in. And so it's more that the situation that you're in is horrifying, and then you still have this thing that you have to deal with. So like this like terrifying thing that's going to overcome you. So yes, we figured out how we figured out how to deal with Trollocs. Like, yes, Trollocs exist now. And yes, they're scary, but we've got to deal with Bubble's evil, and there's this last battle thing coming on. Oh, and Trollocs.
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 You do know their greatest joy is not only to beat you, but to eat you.
Yes.
Ugh. Can you put up Charlotte Tooth 1457's comment, because it's another one to highlight, and it's not one of my 20 examples, but I'm so glad she put it up here, because the golem is definitely one of the most frightening elements of the show.
Oh, for sure.
This unstoppable being. This again channels some of the essence of some of the greatest monsters of the 80s and beyond. This unstoppable terror that will just keep coming. Even if you evade it this time, it will be there again. But also, it reminds me of the element of the ways we didn't talk about, that the bottomlessness, a whole nother level of terror, that should you fall off the ways,
You will
and
fall
never
forever.
stop, ooh, these are scary things, and they're all in there.
Oh yeah, there was 2 Aiel that fell off as they were scamming.
Yeah.
And tragic.
What happens? Like, do you go mad or do you die of a heart attack first?
The only thing you hope for them is that they died of fear quickly.
Yes.
Because the worst possibility was that the very place they were in preserved them. So they just keep falling and falling forever.
I mean, there's got to be a certain point where the falling becomes just such a standard feeling that it almost becomes like you don't even think about it anymore. You're like, I'm just falling. Like,
well, and in
it's
that place, does it even feel like falling? Like, are you just like?
I mean, once you hit terminal velocity, you're just like, well, this is it. I can't go any faster.
But in the ways where it's like time and space is nebulous, is there gravity? Do you feel like you're falling?
Yeah.
Good point.
So, but it's terrifying to try and think about those things. So.
Right. Let me hit you with another one that I think they lean into more in The Eye of the World than they ever do again, though it's certainly mentioned. It's the Blight. Okay, the Dark One's impact on the world, the Blight, which is a kind of cosmic horror, but tangentially it's also eco-horror. When you see the laws of nature being so twisted, and this entire landscape now being of decay and mutation. The short story, there's a short story that leans into it more. Oh goodness, and I'm not going to be able to think of it, but we've got the big worms up there.
Yes. Oh yeah. Is that oh god, why is it Souls?
Oh, you're talking about the one with Bowel?
Yes. What's the name of that one?
I want to say River of Souls, but it's not.
No, it's the one that is basically leading into. So it's
shortly before
Damodred going into Shara, and but also they've got the Blight, so he's going into the Blight, and
so we get that other element of the creatures.
Yeah.
But where even sticks will kill you.
Yeah, like trees will lean over and grab you, and then just like smush you to goop.
Right. There are plenty of sci-fi and horror novels based on things like this, from Annihilation to The Last of Us, that have elements of the kinds of creep and horror that the Blight is full of.
Yeah.
And for most of the books, it's just the Blight. It's just up there. But there are moments where we get to play in it, and it's terrifying.
Yeah.
Another one I'll toss. Oh, cats! Cats are terrifying. No.
She's been bugging me for attention, but won't let me pick her up, so I had to grab her. But
you don't fuck around with cats, so.
So 2 different kind of connected, but not entirely. Gray men bring a definite vibe of horror, but also Dark Friends, just Dark Friends as a whole.
Dark Friends.
We've got a psychological horror involved with them, because that paranoia of, who's a dark friend? Is he a dark friend? Is she a dark friend? You don't know. And then the fact that little gray man could just show up and you won't even notice until the knife went in you.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, how many books did we go through? And it's like, is Elida a dark friend? There was questions, is Moraine a dark friend?
Yeah.
So just who are the dark friends,
right?
in the series?
And let's add the element of possession, because if you get 13 black Aja, or otherwise, and they can turn you. So a good person becomes a dark friend, and evil.
Yeah.
Terrifying. No one is safe. Yeah.
It's
And that's
like
what they did.
it's the magic version of brainwashing. You know,
Yeah. Think
that
again,
guarantees to
we're
work.
channeling vibes of Invasion of the Body Snatchers or the
Yeah.
Stepford Wives, books that turned into great movies, you know, where people are suddenly not themselves and there's no coming back.
Like, I love that you say that the Stepford Wives is, because that is horror. Like, everybody thinks of it as like this kitschy, like
It's horror, yeah.
No, but that's like freaking terrifying. Like, if you really get down to it, it's like,
Yep.
again, like, horror doesn't have to be gore. It's just like what is actually scary.
Yes. Yes.
And these things that like cause these deep-seated fears within us.
Right.
Mhm.
Now, the Forsaken themselves bring strong elements of horror that gets overlooked in the books really easily. The TV series, that's one of the best things it did.
Oh my
It
God.
helped us understand how truly terrifying the Forsaken really are.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they're channeling supernatural horror because of the things they're capable of, the things they can do. But there's a gothic level too, because they're from a whole nother age. The way they look at the world, the way they look at the peons around them, it's just a total different vibe with them. And then the psychological horror that, I mean, Semirhage, holy crap. Grendel, the things she's doing, manipulating. Wow.
Semirhage, like,
is terrifying.
I'm always afraid to admit it because like people think I might be narcissistic. But like she's my favorite Forsaken because she really is just like awful.
Yes.
But also like I love her, the ingenuity to it, and like I understand like the scientific, like how would this work? And like if I would never go to the extent that she would, but just be like, oh, like can you boil somebody's blood a little bit, or like what would this do? Or
Yeah, she reminds me of a character in Star Trek. He comes up in Star Trek Voyager. Correct Marcel is his name, and he is a Cardassian doctor who was based in Bajor during the occupation, and he cured a disease that was, you know, prevalent in the encampments. And he did that by doing horrific tests on countless Bajorans. And to him, it was just like, well, I had to know the effects of this poison or the effects of removing that or adding this.
like,
you know,
even in U.S. history, like we've got the Tuskegee experiments that were done on unwitting participants, but like they were infected with multiple diseases and then like given like government health care and all that, like, so like yeah, it's not just in fiction that this shit happens.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
So,
I was laughing at what you said though. I just saw the chat.
Oh yeah, the chat. Yeah, this is what it was, folks. Patrick, well, just imagine what Samurai should do with things and mice. So yes, just to clarify that, Jim's not laughing. Yeah.
Oh, Semirhage wouldn't even she wouldn't even deign to use fig and mice. She'd just be like, actually, because that's one of the passages we read last year was her literally going back and forth between a warder and the Aes Sedai and her like stimulating them simultaneously but also differently, so causing the Aes Sedai pain but giving the warder pleasure, and he died like, and she overstimulated him from pleasure and caused him to die from pleasure. Which is just like, is like, if you think about that,
Nix's face right now is just like, what?
Yeah, thanks for that.
Oh
no, but honestly, like, what, like,
wow,
how would you like, what causes you to die from pleasure?
Yeah.
Like honestly, like that is the best and worst way to die, maybe.
It's definitely an unusual way, that's for sure. So
yes.
One element of the Forsaken that we didn't mention is Ashamael. his obsession with nihilism, just end it all, burn it all, let it just all come to an end, is terrifying as well. You know, he's pursuing vigorously a path to just make it go away. Wow.
So what's really terrifying to me, excuse me, about Ishii is his belief in nihilism. If you focus on certain things, like, not to get too real worldy, but you know, like, life is not always great, shall we say? You kind of look at Ishii and be like, I kind of see your point. I don't want to see your point, but there's a small part that goes, maybe you got a point, and that is terrifying.
He was one of the most reasonable and rational of them all.
I
would agree.
Completely insane.
Yeah. It's like, I don't think nihilism is the answer, but I can understand how you get there.
Yep.
You know, and that's terrifying.
So, speaking of terrifying, my 8th example is the dream world, Teleron Riyadh, and what we learn can happen to you there. From as simple as you could dream yourself into it and die, and you're dead in the real world, which is total vibes of Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, yes.
But you can end up trapped in a nightmare, someone else's nightmare, a random nightmare, and you're fully in it and you can't escape. How terrifying. You know,
Yeah, like the concept of being in a nightmare, in a world where whatever happens to you in the nightmare happens to you for real in the real world. Like, if you had a nightmare just using, you know, elements of the Wheel of Time, where Trollocs are cooking you in a cook pot alive, in the real world, you would be experiencing that whilst you were asleep, and then would die when you die. But you're like, how did this person get boiled to death in their bed? You know, like, it's terrifying. Yeah.
And I think, I don't know, and something like that, I don't think they'd literally be boiled in the real world, but they'd definitely be dead. There's no coming back from that.
But I mean, if you like get a cut in the dream world, that cut appears on your arm when you wake up. So,
true. And
I suppose no one's really dived too deeply and been like, "Hey, RJ,
really
like,
has,
how many of these
people
people
who passively go in, they have, like, if they die there, it's more about, like, it's not quite as dramatic as when the Aes Sedai weren't listening to Egwene, or was like, yeah, we know what we're doing, and then got caught in the nightmare.
I always understood an element of this, of what would transfer out to the real world, though, had to do with your own belief of what was happening. So if you're cut in Teleron Riyadh, you felt the cut, you see the cut, you wake up, you've got a cut, man. What the heck?
Well,
whereas I think people who randomly...
It's the parent. Like, I can stop balefire. So if I don't believe it happened, it didn't happen.
And people who just touched on the dream world and, they fell and hit and crashed, they don't wake up flat as a pancake. They don't wake up at all. It's just they're dead.
I'm curious where, like, that's, I mean, and this would probably be something that only RJ would know, but, like, where is the line of, like, what physical things represent themselves on your body when you die in the dream world that match what you experience?
I think he'd literally tell us you are overthinking it.
You have too much time on your hands, so let's move on.
He would have a very specific answer to this, because I'm sure he thought it out. And, like, honestly, I believe, like, a lot of people, like, when you feel like you're falling to your death, you wake up right beforehand. So there's probably very few people who do get that rush. But when it comes down to it, like, if you woke up, like, there was no forensic science. So, like, if somebody died in their sleep and just, like it had a bunch of bones crushed, like, I don't think people would question it. They would just probably like, oh, there was something really weird that happened. And, like, again, essentially medieval times. And she's like, oh, like, we need to pray to whatever, da, da, da. And they wouldn't think about it.
Yeah.
So.
Right, totally.
All right, what's next on your list, Jim?
All right, next is Rand's mental deterioration and lose Theron's voice. Okay, so we've got This is an element of horror. It's psychological, it's madness, and it's so subtle. The first time I read through The Wheel of Time, I didn't catch it. I just literally thought I was just hearing another guy's head, another voice in his head. But there's so much built in there by RJ that's incredible and impressive, and this gradual descent into instability that we get to walk along and experience in two ways. We get to see Rand's perspective on it, and then we get to see everybody else's perspective of Rand as he's going through it. And on a reread, it's just brilliant when you see what's going on, because he never, until very late, he never really senses he's going mad. Never at all. He knows something's wrong, but not what's truly happening to him. But others can see it. It's very disturbing.
He just thinks it's part of the taint.
Yep.
Which did drive men mad. So, which is also in itself horrific. Like that whole process of like what men went through.
Yep.
Like having to hide it.
But there is another layer to the psychological horror for Rand, and that's just how he is slowly breaking down under the pressure of what's coming at him. The expectation of, you got to get this right or the world's gone. The Dark One wins. He does not have a history of life experiences to prepare himself for this.
No.
But he's got previous lives that he can start talking to. This does not help, I mean, in the end, it kind of does, but,
The Moraine was trying to get him to trust people, and then what happened with him with the White Tower and the box. Like, and that stripped away so much trust.
Yeah.
Which I think leaned into that psychological horror that you're talking about.
Which is my next example. So since you brought it up, Rand's time in the box is an incredible horror element of this story. Because we're talking torture horror. I mean, torture porn. It's a thing, where they just, how can we brutalize people on the screen? Yeah. Put him in a cramped little box, for hours, days. That's horrific.
And then threaten the person that you love when you come out.
So this is the psychological horror that's in it too, because he's stuck. He's in fear for what could be happening to men throughout all of this. What's at stake worldwide if he can't get out, and then the voice that starts talking, and where it takes him. And what are you willing to do to survive?
Yeah. There's a lot of reasons. Like, that is all the reasons where he goes Darth Rand immediately after that.
Rand's time in the box channels elements of the Saw franchise, which is probably the best of torture porn. Because there's a lot of really bad torture porn. Don't get me talking about Hostel. That stuff's terrible.
But, I've actually, that's one of the few horror movies I've watched, and I'm like,
well, the first one is shocking, but then they keep going. Oh man,
just terrible. It's like, oh my god. Anyway,
but what Rand is willing to do to finally, he makes a deal with the devil, basically, within himself to break himself free. The chaos that causes and the ramifications that go on for books. Yeah. Dark stuff.
Yeah.
Very dark. So, all right, how many more you got on this, Jim?
We've got 11 left.
11. Whoa. We'll run through them quick because otherwise we'll be here forever. So,
Let's do it. Okay. So I won't talk more about them unless you guys do. So our 11th one would be the Shan Chan's domain system.
Oh.
Okay. This is human horror. What humans are willing to do to humans. It's also, psychological. There's a lot of psychological horror involved in what they're doing to their domain. And it's dystopian, this future world of how things could be instead. Very, very screwed up. Channeling a little bit of The Handmaid's Tale, where you are just...
Well, it's not just the domain, it's the entire structure system of their society. So there are multiple levels.
Yes.
And the Domine are just the channeler. So there are it's not
the ones who control them. They're
no, but the ones that wear the diaphanous dresses.
Oh, yeah.
So that like I'm losing words, but yeah. So again, it's not just the ones that are collared.
It's so baked in that when Rand wins the sword fight, that the others just kill themselves.
Lamelle, thank you.
Holy crap! Yeah. All right, so that one, but that's just human cruelty. There's nothing supernatural or spooky. It's just how bad we can treat each other. The Black Aja gives us horror elements. A little bit of, again, paranoia. Who might be? We don't even admit there's Black Aja. But there's a little cult element, kind of the occult horror there, as they're getting caught up in this thing. And then when we learn, you can be turned black. It's not just a choice necessarily. You might be made black. 13, the Shido and Savannah's cruelty that we see on display. Again, this is just human horror, how we are willing to treat each other, what we are willing to do to just strip away every sense of honor, of dignity, break down civilization to its lowest elements to raise yourself up. It's horrific. Again, it's the closest to reality, which is very sad.
You're so right. I mean, that's what people do. Like, you go for a power move and you just don't care who's getting in your way.
Yep.
And you convince people to literally tear someone apart.
Mm-hmm.
That happened off screen. And I do think that is one of the more like they literally physically tore somebody apart with a power to deliberately make it look like it was the Aes Sedai.
Yeah.
That is terrifying.
So here's another one that most people won't think of as horror, but I will say it is, and that's Erengar and Osengar. That you literally got souls that are taken and put into new bodies. They have no agency in that. They are now, and one is a male soul who's now in a female body and having to just deal. And
a chauvinistic male who gets put into a female and then starts doing the same exact goddamn things that he did.
Right.
That was also from a woman's perspective, that's really scary. It's like you think that this person's your friend, and all of a sudden
channels the dark one
about you.
The way he does things, but it's a violation to just you are now this, and that's another one.
And that happened to Sedane as well as Grendel going into I can't remember, but it happened to Grendel as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
totally. The Shadow Spawn breeding pits is another. This is body horror, war horror. It's just an abomination that is just ew. That we get a glimpse of that. This industrial scale breeding process to create more Trollocs and Murdril. And it's channeling what the Forsaken came up with in the previous era, and it's a little bit of Frankenstein. It's science gone wrong.
All right, if you're evil.
All right, if you're evil. Yeah. Dark One loves it.
Dark One, minions, love it, brilliant, thank you. 10 foot tall minions.
Is simply, and I kind of touched on it with Erengar and Osengar, but the rebirth of the Forsaken at all. That the Dark One doesn't just let them go. This is resurrection horror, necromantic horror. The end isn't the end. Suddenly you're pulled back. Let's do it again. And maybe you don't want to do it again. It's one of the driving fears of the Forsaken that keeps them wanting to be chosen, because this may never end, and it may just get worse and worse and worse.
Well, but I think that gets back to Ishmael and Morden.
End it all. Exactly.
Understanding that it's not going to end, and
you're trapped in that contract.
Just wanting it all to end.
Yes.
And then also literally at the end of the last battle, this is what we realized. This is what the Dark One wants, is just for everything to just stop existing.
Right?
And so, and you get to what was that movie? Never Ending Story, where there's the void.
Creeping, taking over everything.
Yeah, the void, and that's what they want, is the void. And it's just like, well, is a good life or a bad life, or like, but it's life. And like, and then if we go into the void, like, it does, like, nothing exists, and it just stops. Also, what does that mean? So
terrifying.
Well, yeah, it is. Like, it's when you start going over those concepts in your head, it's a little scary.
Yeah, Skeeterish nailed it. The nothing. I think that's what it was actually called.
Yeah, the nothing. Thank you. Yeah.
Mention of the nothing. Yes. Which lends itself well to number 17, the Blight's expansion that we see in A Memory of Light. It's finally pushing out again, and this is apocalyptic horror and cosmic horror. That this is where we're going. This is going to take over everything now. We have lost. We can't stop this. How do you stop the Blight? There's no way to stop the Blight.
Well, you're in Andor, and metals are melting.
Yeah, what a hopelessness there. What a terror for that. Yeah. Number 18, Slayer in the Wolf Dream. He's another one of these unstoppable Michael Myers, Jason types. He's got abilities he should not be able to have. You should be able to stop him. Oh man, yeah. He's the ultimate horror villain.
Yeah,
that Jordan created. Number 19 is the True Power. Is an element of horror because it's a cosmic horror that also channels the horror of addiction.
Yes,
we see them. They can't stop using it.
Yeah,
and it hurts them. I mean, the what do they call those things that start going across their eyes? The saw. Yeah, the saw. But the more they use it, the more they want to use it, and they have to keep using it. It has a monstrous price.
Reminds me of that movie. So the guy who played Bucky was in it.
Winter Soldier guy, huh?
Yeah, the Winter Soldier guy was in it. So basically, it's the story of 5 families where the eldest son always has this power. Basically, they can just do whatever they want. And they get the power at 16, and they can start using it, but it's highly addictive. And then at 18, it then starts to affect them. And the concept is, the more you use it, the more you want to use it because it's highly addictive. But it drains your life force. So you find out, spoiling the movie now, the lead guy's father, who's like 45, something like that, looks like he's 145 because he got so addicted with the power, it just totally drained his body. He's just like this shell of a being on life, basically on life support, can barely talk, massive wrinkles, no energy, all those sorts of things. Because of the addiction of the power and what it does to him. And like that reminds me. Now you've just said talking about the addiction horror of the True Power just made me think of that. And I keep on saying The Craft, but it's not that. That's a totally different movie. But yeah, it's a fun movie. Yeah, the guy who plays the Winter Soldier, Bucky Barnes, he's in the movie and he's like, I don't want to talk about that movie. That was terrible. And it's not a great movie, really. It's kind of like an excuse.
I mean, he's hot, so
yeah, but it was like his first movie as well. So it was like,
The Covenant, is that it?
Covenant, yes, The Covenant. Thank you,
Melindhra came through for us.
Yes, it's like it's like if you excuse the joke because it's not meant to be a joke, it's kind of like a cult classic.
So the True Power again. That it's one of those that touches closer to reality when we think of what addiction does to people.
Yeah,
and how they love it and it kills them. It's terrible. It ruins them. Yeah, that's it. All right, my last one, my final one is just, it makes sense. The final battle, the last battle is horror in that it's that true apocalypse. This is where it's all gonna end. And he writes it in ways where at times it's clear this is the end. There's no way to stop this. We've done everything we can. I mean, you think that moment where so many of them die,
Mhm.
and there's nothing else we can do. And then, for us readers, we factor in the fact that everything they do here is practically pointless because it's all what's happening in the cave.
Yeah.
That's really what it's about. And at the same time, right there, it's teetering on the very edge, too. This is just cosmic horror, apocalyptic horror, literally the end of the world. Horrific.
Yeah, very much so. That's a great list. I know there'll be more that people can pick out. There's already like some being thrown in. Patrick's talking about DJing at Hinterstadt for some reason. I'm not sure why he's DJing there, but Hinterstadt definitely
there's
fits
real
in this
horror in
category.
Hinterstadt, yeah.
There's true horror in Hinterstadt, yes.
D is supposed to R. I think he just kind of...
Well, also, there's other ones that, like Hinterstadt, and
we didn't talk about Bubbles
some
of
of the popular
Evil.
ones,
But
also, Jordan does really well when a lot of it is like there is a little rape horror in there.
Sure.
So when Messana has kind of gone on the wrong side and Shadowrun comes in and it's all off scene, but you understand, like, what, like, it's been very clear what Marjal and do, and he comes in and they're just like, oh shit, like she just wow, like, and again, it's all off scene, like you don't see it.
Yeah.
And Jim, like you said, like, it's one of those things that if you're just a casual book reader, you just blow by it and you don't, like, you're not like, she got punished.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're really looking into what the subtext is, it's like, fuck.
I mean, how many people don't bother to take a moment to dwell on the complete group suicide out on the island of Tremalking, okay? Where they just all, this is the end of the world, and they all drink the Kool-Aid.
Yeah. There's so many examples.
Horrific. But if we just read it, we move along.
Yeah.
No, that's terrifying.
Chris is throwing in Snakes and Foxes is a straight nightmare.
We didn't even go there. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of examples. We could talk. This is why we love talking about it every year. Like, we could continue talking about this all night long.
I'm literally sitting here with you guys going, why haven't I not done an episode on my channel about this? Now I can't. I talked about it with you guys, but I'm like, why did you not think of this?
We've barely scratched the surface. Like, we just literally went through a list and we haven't even dug into any of it.
Yeah. So before we wrap up, though, I do need to end the poll where we asked if Jim passed Fear the Spear. I know you've kept you in anticipation the entire time, Jim. 100% of chat agreed you did pass. So congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, chat. Oh.
But yeah, thank you for that list. I love having you on. Like, just talking to you, Jim. Like, I'm so glad we finally had you join us here at Papa Rock's Hold. So I appreciate your time. Tell Zach he owes us a visit.
Totally. Rob, I think you were the first one out here in Wheel of Time fandom that Zach and I did anything with beyond podcast, when we were on your podcast. So we need to bring it full circle and get Zach back with you here. Yeah.
Yes, I agree. So, but yeah, plenty of room for an episode. Everyone's saying in chat, so definitely do an episode on that, Jim. We look forward to seeing that. If you haven't, go over to YouTube and follow Fantasy for the Ages. Because Jim and Zach do a great job there. They're very entertaining.
Yeah, more like, so we have another
another live stream party. Yes.
Yeah, we picked up one more while we've been talking. We're up to 44, 43. But Zach and I, when we started this year, we were like, maybe we'll make 3,000, but wouldn't it be cool to hit 4,000? And now we're on our way to 5,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
Maybe
we can hit that before the end of the year and have another bash.
That'd be amazing. There's still time.
There is time.
So, yeah, love that. Thank you for watching, folks. I hope you've enjoyed. Comment below with the horror you think we've missed, because there's lots. Or what scares you the most. Things like that. Throw that in there. And we will see you next week. What are we up to next week, Leigh-A?
Wait, next week is Is that no veterans? No.
Next week is
Not
Whatever
yet.
week.
Oh, whatever week.
Next week,
I don't
folks,
know
we'll
what
be
week
back. We'll be back with Spuds and hopefully some other guests where we will be talking all about Whatever, which is finishing tomorrow. Thursday.
Yes, and with the bonus,
With the bonus, yep. So we'll be having a lot of fun doing. Oh, yeah, the bonus will be Saturday. So we'll be having a lot of fun talking all the artwork and other creations that happened during this month, and just enjoying the creativity that came from it. I'll also be bringing you a small review of a play that I'm going to in a day and a half.
Is this with Marcus and Karen?
I'm off to see Marcus. He's in the play here in Manchester, where I live. So Lada and Susan are coming to join us, and we're off to go see that Saturday night. So next week we'll have that. But yeah, I appreciate everyone watching. Thanks for joining us, Nix, rather than just being a spooky, scary noise in the background. I did see you stole the gloves, by the way. So
Yeah, the gloves are perfect.
yes. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, folks. We're here every week bringing you fun, variety, entertainment, all real-time based. And yeah, we will see you next time. But until then, as we like to say around here, may you always find love, water, and shade. Bye!
May you always find love,